It's me, the bald-headed bastard of the briny seas himself, Captain Adam. Welcome aboard me VHS pirate ship, and today we're going on a treasure hunt. Not for gold or for jewels, but we're seeking the mystery of the Black Diamond. Today we'll find out what it's worth, or not worth. So what exactly are black diamonds? I mean, it sounds pretty dramatic, almost like a choose-your-own-adventure novel or maybe even a Hardy Boys book. But if you Google anything at all regarding VHS tapes, you'll come up with a bunch of stupid-ass articles saying stuff like, is your VHS Disney tapes worth thousands of dollars? So let's find out. Grab your shovels and your treasure maps, because let's uncover the mystery of the Black Diamond Collection. The Black Diamond Collection was a series of Disney classic films released on VHS between 1984 and 1994. It's called this because of the black diamond displayed on the spine of the tape case. In all, there were 20 films released in this collection, with 5 of the films being released twice in the 10-year span, which really means there's only 15, but whatever. The last film released in the Black Diamond Collection was The Fox and the Hound in 1994, and the collection was then replaced with the Masterpiece Collection, thus cementing the Black Diamond Collection in time. And 20 years later, its value became a legend. Let's hit fast forward. In the spring of 2016, for some reason, numerous blogs showed up stating the importance and the value of the Black Diamond Collection. And these rumors spread like herpes, because soon after, there was listing upon listing on eBay for these movies going up to $5,000 to $10,000. And if it's on the internet, people will swallow anything. Now, it might be true that they were listed for that much, but they certainly didn't sell for nowhere near that price, if anything at all.
God bless you for trying, me hearties. Arr.
Now, as any VHS collector could tell you, there is no tape that is worth 10 grand, let alone ones they printed hundreds of thousands of copies of and re-released every 5 years. It's just not true. There's nothing in the tape world worth that much. Black Diamond or not, it's just not happening. People just do not want to pay 10 grand for your old Disney tape. And it's this pirate's opinion that it's all actually a ruse and a conspiracy created by the thrift store industry to finally get rid of all their old Disney stock. And if you've ever gone to a thrift store looking for tapes, you know that they're divided into 2 parts. The actual tapes, then the wretched kids' movies. But I digress. The pendulum swings both ways, and articles flew left and right debunking these myths, making you feel pretty stupid if you thought you could sell your Beauty and the Beast with the dried throw-up on it. That certainly didn't stop people from trying. I mean, look at this guy. He's selling a used Beauty and the Beast for $500,000. But fortune favors the bold, and who knows, you might be able to sell a tape you bought for $25 or even the retail at $25 for way more than it's even worth. I mean, you might find someone to buy your mint-condition Oliver & Company for $20, but these numbers? Fuck no. But hey, I've got my own collection too. I mean, why the fuck do I need 2 Aladdins? But I bought these buggers for $25 each, and I figured I might try my hand at making my own fortune, but didn't turn out so well. And they really are a scourge, because once you have them, and they're really hard to get rid of. I mean, logic would dictate to just throw them out, but for some reason that just seems so wrong. It seems like such a waste to throw them away. there's just something about it. It just can't be done. No matter how hard you try, you still just can't throw them out. And I think I understand why. I mean, a lot of these things you probably had since you were a kid and really enjoyed them, and they have a lot of sentimental value. And the thought of these things just wasting away in some landfill somewhere is a little hard to take. I mean, they might be worthless, but to some of you, they're priceless. There's one thing to keep in mind. It's a collector's market. It's not always a buyer's market or a seller's market. And money shouldn't be your sole reason for collecting anything, for that matter. It should be about collecting something from your past that you love, that you're interested in, and wish to see more of them on your shelves, no matter how silly it might seem to others. And if it brings you joy, then by all means, collect Disney tapes. I hope you find many, and I hope you can sell them for more than you bought them for, that's for sure. One time, I bought a copy of Black Cauldron for 50 cents and turned around and sold it for $10. I felt like I was king of the world, like I really pulled the wool over somebody's eyes. But it all depends on if that certain someone is looking for that certain something you're selling. So you never know. You could buy a Beauty and the Beast for $25 and end up selling it for $100. I seriously doubt it, but you might. Hell, you might find someone to buy that copy of Aristocrats from you for $10. And that's a big might. Now, that's not to say that there aren't Disney tapes worth more than others. And what's interesting is when you hear Disney tapes, you automatically think of the animated feature films. But there were certain collections and features that had limited pressing and limited distribution. And some of these films you can't even find on any other format. And as far as their value goes, that's all over the place. I found an original pressing from 1977 of Pete's Dragon on sale for $10, which you'd think would go for a lot more. And then I found the most recent re-release going for $50. So what the hell? And as far as collections go, my money's on these bad boys. The good old Walt Disney Home Video Collection. You can keep your black diamonds. These are where it's at for me, mateys. This collection has such a broad range of material and some great content. Lots of bizarre stuff. I mean, the fucking cat from outer space. The Gnome Mobile? What the fuck? And this collection has some sci-fi classics too, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, The Black Hole, and Tron. And I guess we can include the cat from outer space too. This collection just had so much going for it. I mean, look at this. It's a Disney film essentially about Disney. Well, nothing wrong with a little self-promotion, I guess. This collection usually just encompassed the so-called B-list of Disney films, but it also included some of their animated feature films too, that actually predate the Black Diamond Collection. So, why is the Black Diamond Collection so valuable? The answer? It's not. And if you want to talk about value in Disney films, perhaps we can bring up The Song of the South. But I think I'll save that can of worms for another day, mateys. Or maybe we could talk about the first releases of Return to Oz, which Disney Studios had a hand in. But anyways, captain's orders, collect what you like, but don't pay $5,000 for Beauty and the Beast.